Good morning and welcome to Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. As you can see, I am at Fort Edmonton Park. This is a park kind of just on the outskirts of Edmonton City, and it is one of many historical forts around Canada. This one is actually the largest in the entire country. I'm gonna spend the day taking a look around this historical park. It's gonna be like pioneering history, Indigenous history, the fur trade and stuff like that. So should be pretty interesting. I think it's a lot of recreations as well as authentic buildings from that time. This is already looking like quite a big setup here. I wasn't really expecting such a big ticketing office. Okay, I am in, but dang, the cost of tickets for admissions in Canada is pretty crazy. That was $29 something. Wow, but it does include like everything here. So we get to get on this train. I wonder what the deal is.
At the fort station you will find an 1840s vintage fort. It used to be a Hudson Bay trading post, not a military fort.
Wow, take a look at this place. 1846 Fort and Indigenous Peoples Experience.
Oh, the map, I guess.
Everyone to the map.
I guess we're going this way. So I do have to address something I said in my previous video when I was walking around downtown Saskatoon. At the end of that video, I said I'm super excited for the next place I'm going to be in the next video because I hadn't been there since I was a teenager, and then this video came out. But this trip to Edmonton has been a bit impromptu, and I didn't know at the time that I would be coming here. So this isn't the place that I was talking about, because I have been to Edmonton many times in my adult life, and I think in fact I was here three years ago. So this is not the place I was talking about. I'm gonna make two videos here, and then I'm gonna be at that location that I was talking about before. Wow, maybe I'll take a walk through this trail first, just because everyone else is kind of swarming into the old fort right now. This is the Indigenous Peoples Experience. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do this first because it looks like nobody is coming here first. I always feel like it would be really cool to do some sort of camping in a teepee. I don't know if there's somewhere you can do that, but I would love to do it. Wow, this has to be a bear. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is amazing. This is such a spectacular exhibition in here. It's so good. And I've been standing here for like 20 minutes because there's all these projections that keep happening on this teepee, and they're just beautiful. Beadwork like this. So vibrant. One thing I always particularly enjoy learning about particular cultures is the unique art that they create. And for a lot of the Indigenous groups around Canada, a major part of that and what has survived has been their textiles and their beadwork. I've just come out of the Indigenous Peoples Experience, and holy cow, was that ever amazing. I think that was probably the most beautiful museum exhibition I've ever seen in my life. I've been to a lot of museums, so it's setting the bar pretty high for the rest of the day here. I'm gonna head over to the main fort now. Okay, I'm going in.
These are the most popular
so special to see. We have two fiddlers who I think are employed by the place, who were playing music, and then we had some Métis dancers come and do an impromptu dance, some of whom are just tourists here. They are not employed here. So that was very cool. I have seen a Métis dance performance in the past. I imagine this area is the recreation of the original, and I guess that because the wood looks a little too fresh, but I think all of the stuff in here is authentic. I suppose this would be what it would be like to see an authentic fur trading post. have a place like this that I can explore around down the road. Officers' quarters of the fort. At least I think I am, because there is zero signage around. But still, very, very awesome to take a look around. I love seeing recreations of the way people used to live in different cultures and times. Pretty easy to imagine that this is what it would be like to live in the late 1800s at a fur trading post in Canada. So far, this fort is beautiful, wonderfully immersive. It's a good impression of what it would be like to be in a place like this, authentically. But I'm actually not learning anything at all about the history of this place because there is no info anywhere. This is real veg. Wow, look at this. The York boat. Apparently, this is what everything for the Hudson's Bay Company, fur trading company, these are the type of boats that all of the goods would have been transported on. So I came out of the fur trading post. I've seen the Indigenous Peoples Experience, the fur trading post there. I am here, so I could potentially go back to the train station and take the train all the way back. I kind of want to do that. It's just as easy for me to walk up and around here, see whatever this is, because I haven't seen that yet, and then come back through this old town. So that seems like the most logical thing to do, I suppose. But yeah, it looks like I'm going to be here all day because this is a huge place. When I first got here, I was quite surprised at the high admission price for the park. But after being here for a few hours, I already feel like I understand the reasoning behind that price because there is so much to do and see here, and it's all included once you're inside. Ah yes, the fall colors have begun. And pigs. Okay, so 1885 street. That's pretty cool. I'm assuming that means that everything is going to look like it's from the year 1885. Cool. I'm going to walk through this homestead first, I guess. The pigs sure are fragrant. So this whole farmyard is a recreation of the Autrell family homestead. And this house is not the original, but I guess they had blueprints for the house that the original did burn down, apparently. And yeah, they recreated the house exactly the way it would have been. There's just like free-range chickens roaming around. It feels very authentic. Except for the tractors and stuff that are around. But I'm actually not even on the main street here. I should go over there as well. Okay, so this church is an original structure from 1873. Let's see. I think it's going to take me all day to see all of the buildings on this street. This is another fur trading place. This is pretty extreme. There's everything in here. So many furs. Although there's not a ton of signage around, there's a bit, like one small information plaque outside of each building, but that's all. But besides that, it gives such a great immersive experience of this time period in this area that you almost don't need it. So there's like method actors in a lot of the places just walking around. They'll just come up to you and start talking to you, telling you about things. And then like a couple of these buildings are actually like functioning businesses, I guess. So you can like go to the bakery and get some coffee. There's a blacksmith doing a demonstration over there. In the grocery store, there's like a gift store with like, you know, you can buy little candies and books and stuff. So it does feel very immersive. Then when you add on things like free-range chickens and turkeys and even horses, pigs, stuff like that, it really gives you a good picture of how it would feel. So this is even a fully functioning restaurant in here where you could eat lunch. Like they have a full menu and everything. So I finished walking down the 1885 street, finally, turned the corner and realized there is an entire other street. 1905 street. Whew. Which is great because I'm loving it. It's been very fun looking around this place, but it is 32 degrees and I don't have any water with me. So I've been here for probably 4 hours now, and I was kind of betting that there was going to be water fountains around, but there is not, and I am starting to perish. I might be forced to make use of the saloon after all, which wouldn't be the end of the world because that would probably be fun anyway. Ooh, here are some autumn vibes. Excellent. Oh, this one has electrical lighting. You can definitely see the difference 20 years makes. There's an actual wedding going on here today. Gorgeous. Only it means I don't get to go into that church. Here is a better view of the 1905 street. Looks like a camp or something here. Tent City. They look pretty different now. Wow, this is some serious glamping. A piano. Oh wow, this one has a full garden. These are real plants, by the way. Is this one ever cozy? Refreshments, that is what I need. Oh, this is an actual restaurant. Very cool cafe there. I very nearly caved and bought a bottle of water for $3.50 before I found a water fountain. So, success. I am no longer perishing, and now I can continue exploring around. Oh, it's another school. Oh, the fire station. Well, here we are at yet another street. This is 1920 Street. Ice cream. So I'm kind of wishing that I had arranged this day a bit differently now that I've been here and I've seen what it is, because I didn't realize that there was going to be cafes, coffee shops, restaurants like in character with a time period. I knew that there was going to be a fast food restaurant, but I thought it was just going to be like, you know, one of those kind of tacky tourist ones that they have in museums. But no, these were so much cooler. But the thing is, I brought a lunch and snacks and stuff. Other than water, I was pretty much set for the day. But in hindsight, I wish if I had not brought that, because it would have been fun to get some ice cream or get some lunch. This is an authentic building. It is a mosque, and it is apparently the first religious building other than a Christian church that was ever built in Canada, although it did not say the year. I feel like most of the mosques I've ever seen have not been square. Like, they haven't had like sharp corners like this. They've always been like kind of round. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at my pictures to remember. It's actually super common to see old farming equipment around the prairies. Like, even some that's like much older than this. Like, if you go to any homestead, like even a modern farm, they're probably going to have a junkyard with old agriculture equipment. Every time there's like a homestead, they've also got a garden, like a real planted garden. So I wonder what they're doing with all of these vegetables, because it's a lot. It's pretty neat. Oh, is that a giant pumpkin? I'm coming up to the end of the park here. I can see the train station got on in the morning. There is another carnival area. It looks like, you know, an old school type carnival, so that should be really cool. Some of the rides you can go on. It's been a really long day. I've been here for 6 hours so far. I'm not even finished, so very long day in the hot sun. Haha, that was fun. Ooh, I can't say no to a good swing ride. It's a carousel. I am going. I love the artwork that they put on carousels. It's so beautiful. Of course, we're seeing historical Alberta scenes. So cool. I know exactly what horse I want. I want this one. The last time I was on a carousel, it was in Guadalajara in Mexico, and I was wearing a very short skirt, but I insisted on riding, so I rode side saddle. And I will do the same today. It worked out well last time. So my phone battery died halfway through my delightful carousel ride, but I may or may not have went on 2 or 3 more rides in that fair before actually leaving the park entirely. But I was very impressed with that carnival, actually. You kind of expect something like that to be a bit too cheesy, but it was so well done. It actually just felt like an authentic 1920s carnival. Like everything was just in such good working order, but it still had like all of the what you would expect for an actual carnival from 100 years ago. And overall, I have had a great day at Fort Edmonton Park. There was so much to see here. I couldn't believe it. Like, it really is a open to close kind of place. You have to spend an entire day here. And it really was, from like the moment I bought my ticket and walked into the park, I got straight onto that steam train and then went to the Indigenous Peoples Experience, which I think was one of the most beautiful museum exhibitions I have ever seen. It was so well done. And then that old fort recreation. It's unusual to be able to be in a recreation like that and still get the impression that it feels real. And that was basically the overwhelming theme of the entire day. The whole thing was just super well done and I enjoyed it a lot. So at the beginning, when I was a little bit shocked by the admission price of $29, I see why it is $29. It is completely worth that, I have to say. So yes, excellent day at Fort Edmonton Park. Super glad to have decided to spend one of my days here. And tomorrow I'm going to be exploring the downtown Edmonton area. And like I said, I have been to Edmonton many times before, but usually I'm just in the mall, the West Edmonton Mall. It's I don't know, one of the largest malls in North America. I haven't actually done much exploring of the downtown area, so I'm going to do that tomorrow. And that should be good. And then the next video is going to be the super exciting location that I mentioned in the last video. As a reward for watching to the end of this video, I will tell you where I'm going. I am going to Montreal, Quebec. I was in Montreal when I was 17 and I was on like a guided tour through my school, so I didn't really get a ton of freedom at that time to look around, but now I have all the freedom in the world, so there you go. I'm going to Montreal 2 videos from now.